Raster aerial game. And speaking of Raster aerial game, are we seeing another Raster?
Yeah, we're seeing some more Raster. This time it's the Sleepy Time Raster. He's got his pajamas on, up against Mold on the part of Jut. Jut be playing this Raster. Meanwhile, Mulldrifter going to be repping more of this Crag. And, I mean,
sheesh, dog. Is that our first 0-2?
That is our first 0-2 death, our first perfect stock here of the tournament. Seeing a very clean start from Jut, who was actually put into losers by Average Alex. So lost the Raster Ditto, but still fully confident in the character. And that special getup pulls the rock, but also leaves you so vulnerable.
That's the thing about the special getup, special combos in this game, is that, yes, they're very, very strong, but they also make you very, very vulnerable to a lot of stuff. Especially in a matchup so far like this, where Raster is so quick to punish you, you cannot leave yourself open to such big punishes just like that. You've got to be careful. You've got to take advantage of the leeway that you're given against Raster whenever he's off stage.
Yeah, I mean, like the name and the archetype kind of suggests, like, Raster's putting you in a vortex, and he is not letting you leave anytime soon. Luckily, the pillar is surviving, but man, it is just applying all of this pressure. Drop zone back airs, and the pillar was still there. What perfect awareness on the part of Mulldrifter to make this way back. Not on screen, doesn't matter. The platform was still there for Mulldrifter to reset all the resources. Yet he's back in the same position as before, but with an even better recovery, Momo, and finding the stock off of it too.
Being aware of the pillar, making it back, and then going for the short hop side satchel into taking a stock is an absolutely insane chain of events. Mulldrifter finally looking much more comfortable here, and Jut now being put into the Crag game, honestly. Like, we're seeing much more of these combos from Crag because Mulldrifter finally got some footing here. And as I say that, just living that up strong action. Oh no!
You're dead. Oh, didn't pull the trigger quick enough on the up air. Good recognition on the part of Jut to get out of danger in such the nick of time, and then the up throw into the up strong. At 180, you can't be too mad that that converts.
Oh man, I mean, Jut's been looking fantastic so far. These conversions off of all these arrows been thrown out, especially in the slipstream, like we said earlier. Here we go again. He's finding those short hop combos, but here we have Mulldrifter setting up with the rock roll once more. And I'm loving the usage of, honestly, using a lot more of that neutral as we saw, as opposed to MSB, right? Setting up with those small combos, and then setting you up for those pillars. It's just like building up slowly but surely, and then the big flourish to take the stock.
And consider, like, if Jut is going to spend a lot of time in midair utilizing the slipstream and like forward air, neutral airs on this Raster, just allowing yourself to be an active hitbox is sometimes enough for any character to intercept Raster in times where he really, really doesn't want to be. Because you know if Raster's allowed to execute his game plan like we're seeing Jut do right now, things can get devastating very quickly. No jump on the part of Mulldrifter, but he wave lands down. Still caught into the vacuum that is Jut's offense. Up air into up strong. No dice quite yet, but still applying all of that pressure. Jut knows what he has to do in order to close out stocks, and the down B into up strong, up clap, taking his game #1 in losers bracket, in losers top 16 even. This Raster looking real good.
Somewhere in Virginia, Coney is smiling down on Jut. My champion.
Dude,
go forth.
He's got fundies. He's got the fundies on a multitude of games. He's taken tournaments, gotten top 8 at tournaments in random brackets, NASB, in Rivals 1, in Smash Ultimate. The amount of flexibility that he has as a platform fighter player is almost always gives Jut an insane edge.
I think the hardest thing that Mulldrifter's been struggling to get through right now is just the sheer aggressiveness from this Raster. Like, Jut has not been giving Mulldrifter a second to breathe, and we're finally seeing Mulldrifter trying to find more openings. Like, give him the triple roll. He just said me for real.
Sometimes it'd be like that. Wow, what awareness. Doing the forward throw off the rock, anticipating Mulldrifter with tech, creating these scrambles is sometimes all you need to do in order to make this Raster really start to panic, but it is going to be that down tilt into forward clap. Jut taking the lead yet again, but I really like how Mulldrifter's been approaching Jut's game plan. It's been all about reversals, all about big swings whenever he has the time and whenever he has the frames to. Great awareness and evasion on the part of Mulldrifter, but the down strong in reversal does get read by Jut. Man, Mulldrifter just playing so far behind the 8-ball when he has to play so reactive like this.
And that special go coming through for Mulldrifter again and again. Using that rock roll to put Jut in these very interesting positions. I mean, again, we're seeing the rock roll sending all the way up there and putting between that pillar, which is still sitting out there. I mean, we've seen Mulldrifter has been using the uppie again, So it's still sitting there, ready. The second that he needs it, this could be in a bad position. I mean, he's still able to make it back to the ledge there, but Jut is still being so proactive in the slipstream.
One thing I haven't been enjoying on the part of Mulldrifter has been the special getups as another down tilt into forward clap closes out the stock. Special getup does have a hitbox on multiple sides, and it does pull a rock. However, if it's blocked, you're not only getting hit, you're getting hit with rock in hand, which cuts off air dodge as well, and just completely neutering a lot of Krag's defensive options. And Jut is certainly taking advantage of any defensive read that he has, converting into so much, Momo.
Oh my!
And you know,
excuse me,
so much, Momo.
There's not much to say about that.
That's just
he's funny on Twitter.
He's hilarious on Twitter.
I guess, like, what do I say about that? The short hop slipstream to empower you not when you're on the ground, but when you jump up to go for that combo. This is insane, right? So on the ground, when he's going for those grabs, you don't need the slipstream. You don't need to get powered up. It's when you jump up to go for those aerials is when stuff gets a little crazy. Jumping, going for the forward air there, and you're powered up now, and that's when you go for something like the forward air into a down air. And who thinks of that?
I mean, this is just kind of what Raster allows you to do, and I really want to highlight, and I'm going to slow it down here, utilizing that slipstream to jump out, threaten down air, which he had gone for multiple times at that point, just like a raw down air, and then cover his way back to instead anticipate and react to whether or not the pillar was going to be tossed or just the jump back to ledge. And if we saw either, it would cover, it would push away, and allow for an easy lineup down air thanks to Krag's airspeed being so middling. So, excuse you. And once this pillar spawned, because it was jump pillar instead, once this pillar was spawned, there was quite literally nowhere for Mulldrifter to go because he was stuck between a rock and a hard place. Haha.
I mean, fantastic awareness there from Jut.
That's
and like you said, this is straight up. This is not, oh, I'm a Rivals 2 player and I know this is a situation. This is straight up fundy. This game is still this is something that you notice just by like your brain. Just by seeing that, just by playing platform fighters, that's something you catch on to. That's something that's like, okay, I get you with the funniest thing ever right now. And it works. That's just straight, and that's fantastic.
It's great. It's amazing to watch as we still